Welcome back to the channel. Now we are going to see regarding the concept of EER diagram. EER means nothing but enhanced entity relationship diagram. So in previous video we saw regarding the concept of how to design entity relationship diagram, means ER diagram, and what are the various symbols we are going to use for designing ER diagram. And we saw regarding what is the meaning of a total participation, what is the meaning of a partial participation, and what are the cardinalities are there, all these things. Now based on those inputs we will go further regarding the concept of enhanced ER diagram. So the main agenda of using an enhanced ER diagram is to draw the ER diagram in more understandable manner. So whatever the thing we want to define, we can define in a more understandable manner, and also we can define superclasses, subclasses, and inheritance, and we can give all these relationships in an enhanced ER diagram. And whatever the classes we are having, we are having classes, attributes, and behavior. So all the things we are having common things. So how to define common variables with defining only with a single variable, like how we like in a Java we are going to define parent class, where from child class, from parent class we can extract the properties to child class, right? Like that we can define one class, from that one class we can derive all the properties to the child classes. Let us see how to define all those things. So here you can see a superclass. The definition: the superclass is nothing but it is going to maintain the complete information regarding all the classes which are present in our diagram. And subclass means it is a class which is present below the superclass. It is going to have a unique set of features like attributes. So here you can see shape. The shape is a superclass. The shape is going to maintain all the information regarding subordinate class, below classes. Here the shape, here D I am using. D means it is a disjoint set. Here whatever the shapes I am having in an input, based upon its shape I am going to divide the name of the shape. Here the shapes may be square, circle, and triangle. So whatever the attributes you are writing for the square, circle, and triangle, all the attributes I am making into a single attribute called shape. So specialization, what is the concept of specialization divides that whatever the concept is there, we are going to define the concept in a top-down approach, and we are going to follow the hierarchy manner. So let us see how the specialization concept was defined. So here the employee. So the employee may, all the people coming in the organization treats as an employee, but based on the employee job he is going to divide. Here you can see this example. For the employee there may be having different number of attributes like employee name, employee salary, employee age, employee designation, like that. So the employee is a tester and the employee is a developer. Based upon his role we have divided here. And the tester is going to have a what type of tester he is, like that. Based on the particular attribute we can define a specific property of the particular person. Here whatever the property defined in the root node, like e salary, e name, those two values will comes to the both tester and developer. But the property called test type, it only this particular property only comes for the tester only. So this is one example. Here I am taking employee attribute entity. Sorry, here I am taking employee entity. In this entity I am having a set of attributes. This, so like the name, SSN, birth date, address, job type. So here SSN is taken as a primary key. Why? Because it is defined uniquely and not null value. So here, and the name is a derived attribute. From as employee I am taking a disjoint operation I am performing. Here how I am saying it is a disjoint means you can see here term D is written. It is the meaning is the disjoint operation. So there are multiple number of employee in a organization. Like the employee is a secretary, the employee may be technician, the employee is an engineer. So here I am performing all the employees into employee category only. That's why I have written union operation there. So for secretary I need a typing speed. For technician we need technician grade. For engineer we need what type of engineer the particular person is. So generalization, the concept of generalization is a completely reverse to the specialization concept. So a person is a faculty, a person is a student. Everyone comes under the person category. But if student is going to pay the fees, that is what a extra attribute for the student entity. So this is one example. Here car is an entity, we are having set of attributes for the car. In the same way truck is an entity, we are having a set of attributes for the truck. And next, vehicle is an entity, so with few attributes like id, price and license plate number. And I'm having a attributes, and I'm having different attributes of a vehicle like id, price and license number. I am having different types of vehicles like car, bike, truck, lorry, like that. So I am writing a car is one vehicle, truck is one vehicle. So car comes under the vehicle category only, truck comes under the vehicle category only. So I am making these two attributes into a single attribute called vehicle. So here I am performing disjoint operation, means both the vehicles are dividing based upon its type of the vehicle. So here you can observe here it is mentioned with a double line. Double line means it is a complete participation. Vehicle is a complete participation. Whatever the vehicle you may divide based upon the vehicle type. Vehicle is a complete participation, but a car, truck, bike are the partial participations. Why? Because whatever the vehicle you are dividing, it is not a complete participation. Based upon your dividing, the participation is varies. So subclass and superclass. Here employee is an entity. So the attribute. So for this employee attributes are few attributes I have defined here. For employee I have defined secretary, technician, engineer, manager, salaried employee, hourly employed. So here employee, you can see here employee in a place of salaried employee and hourly employed. So for it is a complete participation. Why? Because I have represented with a double line and a partial participation represented with a single lines. So here you can see another example. The employee may be secretary, the employee may be technician, the employee may be an engineer, and the employee may be manager. Manager is going to manage the projects. So this is one example regarding a specialization concept. The employee, I am having few attributes of employee. In the same way, the employee may be any type of employee like secretary, technician, engineer and manager. For each entity, there are a set of attributes. So for secretary, secretary need typing speed. For technician need technician grade. For engineer, we need engineer type. An employee may be a manager. The manager is going to manage the project. An employee may be salaried employee or you hourly employed. Here the employee is a complete participation and the salaried employee and hourly employed are the partial participations. And the employees belongs to particular department like that. So this is a generalization example. Like in the previously we saw this example. The car, truck, everything comes under the vehicle category only. Here I am using disjoint set based upon the type of vehicle. It is going to divide. So here one more example. Here I am taking employee with few set of attributes and I am taking a disjoint operation. The employee may be secretary, the employee may be technician, the employee may be the engineer. So here one more thing we have to know is what is the meaning of overlap function. Overlap function is that if there are set of attributes defining in the same place, then overlap function is going to occur. Here you can see a part. The part is a manufactured part or purchased part. So the part can be manufactured by giving order, or you can purchase the part ready made whenever you need it. So these are there is overlapping occur. Next, here the main thing you have to remember is complete participation and partial participation. The complete participation is represented with the double lines and partial participation is represented with single line. And let us see this example like previous example only. Employee with few set of attributes. Here I have used a disjoint set with the three set of types of employee like secretary, technician and engineer. So here you can see one more example. Employee with a few set of attributes, secretary, technician, engineer and manager. The manager is going to manage the project and employee may be hourly employed or salary employee. And the specialization concepts. So we can have specialization in hierarchy level and generalization in hierarchy level, and also specialization and generalization also depends upon however we are defining the particular things. So you can see this particular example. The person is I am using overlap operation here. The person may be employee, the person may be alumni of the organization, a person may be a student of the organization. The employee means he may be staff of the organization, faculty of the organization, or research student of an organization. So the research student is going to perform research assistant operation task or teaching assistant task. So alumni Coming to the concept of alumni may perform 1 degree course or one or more degree course. That is why I have used here double oval shape here. The degree, which year he studied, which course he studied, what is the specialization he studied, and student, what type of student, whether it is graduate student or undergraduate student. Like based upon the roles here, we are performing the specialization diagram. So this, if you observe this particular diagram, you can see all the concepts whatever we have learned, like overlap operation and disjoint operation, union operation also. So next to the concept is union types. Whatever the superclass subclass relation we have seen, we are going to have a single superclass, a shared subclass, and maybe in a superclass is it should contain more than one distinct superclass, and each relation should have a single superclass, and shared subclass leads to multiple inheritance. And let us see one example. Here we are having a owner is going to own a vehicle. If owner is going to purchase a vehicle, so the vehicle may be a, whatever the vehicle may be a one. Here you have used union operation. Every car, truck, bike, lorry, everything comes under the vehicle category only. That's why I have used a union operation. Vehicle is going to own by a owner. Okay, here the owner is going to go for a bank for a loan. Here you can see here double line, means the owner is it is mandatory that in this example it is mandatory that owner is going to go for a bank for taking the loan. So coming to end of this concept, the main things that we have to represent is the WER concept is generally used for representing the ER diagram in more generalized manner, in more understandable manner. And in the concept of WER diagram, you can represent entities, attributes, relation, generalization, specialization, and superclass, subclass. All the things is possible in the concept of WER diagram. And third one is in this particular concept, you can represent union operation, overlap operation. All these things is possible in this concept. So by help of this union operation and all these things, you can describe all the attributes wherever you required, like by defining parent class and child classes also. So if you define the attributes in parent class, if you are inheriting from, if you are written a child class also, so whatever the properties are there in a parent class, automatically that properties will comes for the child class also. So no need to represent all the attributes in both the places. It is going to extract the properties by based upon the parent and child class level. So this is the general summary of the concept. Thank you.